especially S, because she has been like, since I was a kid, I always used to see her going to the spiritual store with me, and she would be picking up these candles. She would pick up all these root work stuff. She would be doing all this witchcraft stuff, and people already warned me about her, telling me that she does voodoo. So, and I didn't understand this when I was a kid because I didn't know what voodoo was and all these things, but growing up now, I'm like, oh shoot, she really been doing voodoo, but I don't know who she been doing it on. It was a lot of times I seen her having a live chicken and killing a chicken, and um having candle works done in the house, and going with the frankincense and myrrh, and like just doing all these spell works and stuff like that. And I didn't know who she was doing it on. And the whole time, it really has been me and possibly my other brothers too. But I really strongly believe that she's been doing that to me specifically. And what really is so crazy is that, like, I've been in the illusion of, like, she was like a big church lady and she's into church because I've been growing up in the church as well. Like, she's a big Christian and she's into the Bible and all these things, but yet you're using the Bible to manipulate energy and trying to have things desired in your fashion. And it's just like, what are you doing? You feel me? You basically was trying to sacrifice me. Yes, as you did that to me. If you watching this right now, I know you did that to me. Yeah, you've been trying to sacrifice me for the longest time, and even my other brother that's like 4 years older than me, he tried a little thing too, and I thought that he was actually helping me because when I tapped into spirituality, we always was close. He used to tell me that he's into the same thing too, and there was one time I used to like go over his crib and with his alleged godfather, or not even godfather. He used to say that he's, I don't know, somebody to him, but come to find out he's gay. I don't have nothing against gay people, but like he's a whole lie too, living a whole lie. But anyway, he supposedly did magic on me, and it was supposed to be for my benefit, right? Because I thought that he was doing witchcraft as far as like trying to help me, because I already had an idea what witchcraft is, because you could either use it for good or for evil. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your intention. So I thought that he was actually doing witchcraft on me as far as like trying to find divination on me, what's going on with me and how I should go about my spiritual journey. And I thought I needed the help, so I would go to him because he was more educated on that, supposedly. Come to find out, one time he told me to buy a a guinea chicken or something like that, like one of those little wild hens, right? And I spent like over $100, like trying to get this witchcraft off me, because they told me there was witchcraft on me, placed on me, but they didn't tell me by who. They just told me that witchcraft is on me, and um that people was trying to slow me down, and all these things, because I always was worried about my finances, like why I'll always have money and then I would lose it, or why I can't gain stability and keep stability in my life. So yeah, all of those things was bothering me, and I wanted help from my so-called brother, and instead of helping me, he actually tried to hurt me. And how I knew that he was doing that was a week before Mother's Day back in 2021, he had told me to eat some type of herb stuff. The whole time he really trying to poison me. And I took a piece of it. It was nasty as hell. And I spit it. I tried to spit it out, but he was like, "Nah, just eat it." So I ate it anyway because I'm trying to trust my brother, right? And I'm thinking that he trying to heal me and cleanse me and all these things. He's giving me spiritual baths. He's telling me to say this and say that, and um, take all these rituals, do all these rituals. He actually cut a chicken open, a pigeon, and the wild hen that I said earlier. He did all of those rituals on me, and I was thinking that it was actually to cleanse me of negative energy and of any type of witchcraft that has been set on me, when he actually was putting roots on me, and I did not know. He was dealing with African gods and all these things, and I just thought the whole time that I was being helped when I really was being hurt. So when I found out these things, I'm like, no, bro, like I need to cut you guys off. Like this don't even make no sense. Why are y'all even doing all these things to me and I don't even deserve that? You feel what I'm saying? So when I found out that there was actually witchcraft being placed on me, I started feeling paranoid and even more illusions and like feeling like I had somebody right behind my back, like everywhere I go trying to hurt me or harm me. And that was just all paranoia because of the witchcraft that was placed on me, chaos magic and all these things, death magic, you know. So I had to just really get away from the whole family. Like I really did. I just packed up my stuff one day and at the time I was living with Jay. I was living with one of my brothers, my older brothers. And he was the same one that I was talking about with the um probation. Yeah, with the probation stuff. Parole stuff. I'm sorry. He's the same one that I actually stayed with. We was actually building a house and all these things and um one time he had a fight with me simply because like I had burnt some incense or something like that. He didn't even like that. He didn't like the smell, so he fought me for that and then told me like I gotta go. But he eventually had me come back in the house after some time, but it was always I was always feeling like I was on eggshells in that house because he was always so moody. One day he fucked with me, the next day he's moody, and it's like, bro, like I don't got time for that weird shit. So I was ready to get the fuck on, especially with the situation that D had put on me with his boyfriend. So I did. I got on and I started cleansing myself. I started cutting my ties. I started doing all these things with these people, and then I just still felt like it was a curse on me. And I'm like, yo, like how do I get rid of this? I started going to actual spiritualists, other tarot readers, because I'm like, all right, at this point, like I don't know if my readings are actually accurate. Let me try and go to other people that would, try and tell me something that actually makes sense. And these people, they wasn't even coming up with like real stuff. Like the stuff they was telling me doesn't even add up, but they was accurate about witchcraft being placed in my life from somebody put witchcraft on me, and they said it was somebody from overseas as well. And I believe that because I remember when my mother used to take me to Jamaica to this witch doctor, and I found out he's a witch doctor now, but before he was a pastor and he used to put his hand on my head and all kind of foolishness. So like long story short, like I had to really find out information, and I was just like, yo, like I can't deal with this. Like I have to cut ties with these people because they really trying to ruin my life. And spirit told me just start doing tarot, like start doing tarot. And I realized that I was started walking in my destiny when I started doing that, because everything just started aligning in my favor as I started doing tarot. And it was a journey. It was definitely a journey for me at first because I still had to learn all of the decks and all these things, and as well as like being in depth with it. And you know so it was a little journey for me, and I processed that. And as well as still going through trauma and trying to heal from it, I had to go to therapy and all these things, and like trying to heal at the same time trying to heal others. So I just hope that this story actually reaches to somebody out there that actually been through something like this, because there's more to this story, but I really try to keep it as short as possible. But like I really have been through a lot, and I just I just needed to share this story because this is just something that could not be left unsaid. Like I can't just have this not being broadcasted because it's too much. It's just too much. And people always used to when I used to tell people, people never used to believe me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was always discouraged to even come up on this platform to even say anything because of that. People always used to really like shut me down or say that I'm crazy or saying I'm talking all kind of shit. But people have been doing witchcraft on me for the longest time, and it's just safe to say that y'all shit ain't touching me, and I'm really a strong one. I'm really a soldier. Everything y'all try to do to me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, especially as you've been trying to ruin my life since I was a child, and you will never, ever, ever get your satisfaction out of what you've been trying to do to me. You're not. God has me and always gonna keep me. But yeah, this is my story, y'all. And if y'all have any like commentary or um any similar stories, I would love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I really shared this story. So I appreciate y'all. Till next time, gang.